first game in the hot seat proved an eventful one. And Yol made 3 changes to the Santini team that lost 2-0 at Fulham last week. Jamie Redknapp returned after suspension, Simon Davis replaced the injured Sean Davis, while Freddie Canute, Jermaine Defoe and Robbie Keane all started. Brown and Ziegler dropped to the bench. Just one change for Alan Kirbishley. Danny Murphy, once a Tottenham target, returned in place of Jason Ewell. Luke Young and Chris Perry both started against their old club. Your commentators at White Hart Lane are Warren Barton and Jim Proudfoot.
Only 3 months ago, Tottenham fans were welcoming a new dawn at the club and celebrating the coup of luring the French national coach to White Hart Lane. 13 games on, Santini has followed George Graham, Glenn Hoddle and David Pleat through one of the swifter revolving doors of Premiership football, with Martin Jol, the 5th man to lead Spurs in just over 3 years, albeit on a temporary basis at the moment. Will the change at the helm bring a change of fortunes to the country's lowest goal scorers? Freddie Canute wins the first aerial challenge of the game. Herman Hreidarsson is playing his 300th game in English football today. And Naybet, who's still in his first season. Murphy helping it forward. That's Jerome Thomas. Hreidarsson. That's one of the easier balls that Spurs will have to deal with this afternoon. Warren Barton alongside me. Warren, are you expecting that Tottenham are going to be affected by the recent events?
I'm sure the players will be looking forward to this game after what happened yesterday afternoon with the manager leaving. They just want to get out there and play. It's a massive game for Tottenham Hotspurs at home. Not doing particularly well in the league. Need to get back to winning ways.
Bunjicevic's throw, told cleverly by Jermaine Defoe, cleared by Kishishev, and Jamie Redknapp skews the shot well wide. Intriguing battle in the centre of midfield today, with Jamie Redknapp coming up against his former Liverpool teammate Danny Murphy. Alan Kirbishley and Keith Peacock recalling Murphy to the midfield after he was left out for the defeat at home to Middlesbrough last week. Kishishev. Stay up! Thomas. Murphy. Good movement from Thomas, although he went a fraction too early, and the offside flag is up against him.
Yeah, he's had a bright start, Thomas. He's looked very right on the left-hand side there, just trying to get in between there, but just unfortunately caught offside.
One of several players that only made their Spurs debut earlier this season. It's a side that very much has the Arneson and Santini hallmark to it. To build a very good, solid defensive foundation, particularly early in the season. Injury to Eric Edmond hasn't really helped them. Will they be able to produce another solid defensive display today? Bunjicevich, Johansson just thought that he was going to be able to get on the underhit back pass. Robinson quick to chide the defender that almost sold him short.
Yeah, it was not very confident defending there. Goalkeeper had to be bright on his line, and it's a chance now for Charlton to put the ball into a very dangerous area.
Long throw from former Spurs man Luke Young. Keane's clearance. Hreidarsson's header. Young. Holland. Space for Matt Holland this time in the Charlton midfield. Here's Luke Young. Hansen trying to turn the ball away from Bunjicevich, and that's going to be a Tottenham throw. Last touch coming off the Finnish international.
I think it's going to be an important area in midfield today, with Holland and Redknapp. A good contest in the middle there. both good passers of the ball. And with the quality that Spurs have got up front, you'd expect them to score goals.
Very neatly done by Ledley King. Canute. Lovely turn. Redknapp. Pedro Mendes. First chance for Noé Pamaro to push forward on the Tottenham right. Vučević. Punching challenge by Radostin Kishishev, and could well be the first yellow card of the game. Neil Barry pulling the Bulgarian over. Jermaine Defoe, the former Charlton junior, the player that felt the full extent of that challenge.
Yeah, Defoe there was just too quick for coming in there with a tackle. Good feet, got around it. Referee's done well, just had a quiet word with him, getting back on with the game.
Mendes with the free kick, and he's overhit it. Freddie Canute's found goals hard to come by recently. That's a sign of the Dutch footballing philosophies of Martin Jol and Frank Arnesen, that all three headline strikers are playing today for Tottenham, albeit with Robbie Keane in a more withdrawn role on the left-hand side of midfield. Goalkeeping by Robinson after the back pass from Neighbour, which he acknowledged wasn't the best. It's Hreidarson. Thomas retreating from an offside position, not able to go for that. Charlton have picked up just a solitary point away from home this season so far. That came at Birmingham. Only 2 goals on the road. Spurs, on the other hand, do have an appalling record in London derbies. The last 17 that they've played, they've only won 1, and that was at Charlton last season. Keane hooks the ball inside the penalty area, and Simon Davis have made a run in from the flank.
I think for Spurs it's a bold move there to play Canute and Defoe and Keane just dropping off on this left-hand side, but they're at home, they want to put Charlton under pressure, and they're desperate for a win.
Danny Murphy. Played by Redknapp, and Canute will chase along with El Koukouri.
Yeah, Koukouri doing well there, good defending. Canute, when he's on his game, is one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Not had a good opportunity this season, but here's a chance for him to show the home fans what he's all about.
Pamaro's throw. Davis. Defoe. Here's Canute on the turn, blocked by El Koukouri. Has gone best part of a year now since he last scored in the Premiership.
Yeah, it's a good first touch, the swivels there, but it's good defending by the Charlton now. But he's desperate for a goal. As you said, his record has been poor since he's come to Spurs.
Hreidarson with the throw for Charlton. Had too much early pressure to have to withstand. Clever timing of the run by Bartlett. He'd run from an onside position.
I think with Charlton this afternoon, if they are playing Bartlett, which they are as a solo striker, they need to get it into his feet rather than just trying to get it behind, so the likes of Murphy can push on and support from midfield and wider areas like Thomas.
Playing the ball straight into Kishishev, who saw the run of Bartlett, couldn't quite squeeze it through to him. Ryderson. And Thomas's run was well tracked by Pamero. Nice pass by King. Chicevich pushing forward for the first time.
Yeah, I think the Tottenham defenders have to be at their toes this afternoon. They got pulled apart last week at Fulham, so they want to try and make a point, whether it's a new manager coming in or people here, just to show how good they are.
Beautifully done by Keane. Pamero. Just too deep for Jermaine Defoe.
Yeah, it's a poor cross there. Good work by Keane beforehand, but Pamero's got to get a quality box in there. The cross was overhit and just goes only out for a goal kick.
Tottenham Sporting Director Frank Arneson on the right-hand side of your picture. Martin Jol leading the side today. They know each other very well, both vastly experienced, of course. Both received very warm receptions from the Spurs crowd. Defoe's offside as Simon Davis tried to play him in.
Yeah, that's what Defoe's all about, just trying to pull on the shoulder, just too early there with his run. He doesn't need to go with his pace, but he's always looking to get on the defender's last shoulder.
Defoe, after a good start of this season for both club and country, he's actually gone 7 Premiership games without a goal now. Has found the net in the Carling Cup in the middle of that run. Mendes. Canute. 2 with Simon Davis. It's Freddie Canute again. Charlton doing well to thwart many of Tottenham's attacks. That stifling midfield formation. Holland. Kishishev. Ryderson. This time Jerome Thomas came short for the ball that was played over his head. Charlton yet to really find too much fluency in their attacking third so far.
Now they've looked solid midfield. As I said, that's going to be an important area. And at the back, they're put under pressure again now with Defoe.
And El Kikori has stumbled, and Keane's making his way forward. Can Defoe find him? Another half chance for Tottenham to create something, comes to nothing.
Yeah, it's that man again, Defoe, on the shoulder of the defender. Goes down the side, but because of his pace there, he's waiting for some support. But Keane desperately trying to support his striker, but just too late and overhit his cross. But Defoe wants to try and get the form that he had. Keane as well with his striking partner. Really desperate for a goal between them, to be honest with you. They haven't really set the Premiership alight, and with their quality you'd expect them to do so.
Easy header for Chris Perry, who was at Tottenham for a long time, the club that he supported as a boy. Here's Keane. Canute. Keane again. Seems under pressure when he receives the ball. Mendes. Beginning to put a good spell of pressure together now. Canute wins the first corner of the game.
Yeah, it was good play there by Spurs, good football, kept the ball moving around, good interchange of passes, and Canute winning a corner.
Davis' shot blocked by his number 7 Kishishev. Now Jerome Thomas used his pace to put possession up for Charlton. Ryderson. Thomas trying to get round the back of Pomereux. Might be second best to Thomas in terms of pace, but he used his guile and experience and strength just to hold off the young winger.
Yeah, that's another good battle this afternoon. Talking about matching up across their pitch, and that's one that they're using down the left-hand side for Charlton to try and Thomas with his pace and to try, and he'd love to score. He was a teenager at Arsenal.
Ryderson. Unorthodox defending by Ledley King. Just aware of the presence of Johansson, who is coming in behind him. Another long throw launched in. Bartlett, the closest Charlton player to that one. Maybet's clearance. Defoe trying to hold off Chris Perry, and he's won the free kick.
Yeah, Chris Perry there, just too tight there on Defoe. Holding in there. Defoe's looking to get away. Perry just putting his right arm across his chest.
Again. Good lad, and again.
Canute. Davis. Blocked by Perry, but it still comes back to Simon Davis again. Redknapp. King. And played forward by Danny Murphy. Just for a moment it looked as though it had opened up for Charlton. Jerome Thomas. Holland now for Charlton. Played in by Thomas for Bartlett, and Charlton lead. The goal against the run of play. Lovely ball in from Jerome Thomas, and Sean Bartlett got goal side to poke the ball home to give Charlton the lead. And a troubled start after a troubled week for Tottenham.
Yeah, it was a good build-up. No pressure on the ball there by Thomas. Bartlett makes a run on, and with his left foot just guides it into the corner. No pressure on the ball there. It's allowed to put it where he likes, gets across the defender and just tucks it away. Good passionate play as he comes in here. Doesn't hit it as truly as he would like, but that's enough just to put Charlton 1-0 ahead.
First goal of the season for the South African international. Just what Spurs didn't need. With a good solid start. Murphy and Redknapp battling again in the midfield. Charlton, so bereft of confidence, particularly on the road, would have taken great heart from that. Only their third away goal of the season.
Yeah, it'll be interesting now how the Tottenham players react. The home fans was expecting a good performance. They started decently for the first 17 minutes, but now Charlton 1-0 up, always organised and strong at the back. Be interesting how the players cope with the added pressure.
Thomas is offside as Bartlett headed it forward, trying to repay the favour after Thomas had supplied him with the goal. Stony faces on the Tottenham bench for Pursuit and Martin Yol.
I think when Charlton was having a disappointing run in the league, Matt Holland was a big miss for them. Got injured at the opening game of the season up at Bolton. But he's such a good competitor, good professional, and just seems to knit everything together for Charlton.
Ryderson coming forward from left back, and he almost managed to play in Bartlett again. Charlton bench appealing that the ball had gone out of play, but referee's assistants let play go on. Simon Davis eventually thwarted. There's Murphy. Seen the side pick up just 1 point away from home so far this season, which came at Birmingham. They've led in an average of 3 goals a game on the road. Go back to April for the last time that they won away from home in the Premiership. That was at Liverpool. They have seen off Grimsby in the Carling Cup on their travels this season. Thomas showing that he's got a good defensive side to his game as well, as he tries to get the better of Pamero. And he heads the ball away. Davis. Away by Perry again. 4 from Mendes. And it's over Robbie Keane. I think it would have been a controversial goal if Spurs had scored from there. Many Charlton players thought the ball had gone out of play for a goal kick as Pamero tried to wriggle his way through. Luke Young with the throw for Charlton. They do have such a good record on this ground. They've kept clean sheets on 3 of their last 4 visits, including last year when they won by a goal to nil. Carlton Cole scored the only goal that day. Loan, of course, from Chelsea last season, now at Aston Villa. Chris Powell, who was a Spurs fan as a boy, scored the winner here for Charlton a couple of years ago. Go all the way back to March 1990 for the last time Tottenham beat Charlton here in the league. Gary Lineker was amongst the scorers, along with John Polston and David Howells. 3-0 win that day. And here's Bartlett. Timed his run very cleverly again. Murphy overhit the ball forward. That Tottenham defence trying to play the offside trap, and it has been capitalised on a number of occasions already.
Yeah, that's right. Just overhit there by Murphy, the pass. Bartlett just trying to get on the shoulder of his defenders, and worrying times now for Spurs because they haven't really got hold of the ball since the goal and put Charlton under any pressure whatsoever. The thing when you are playing against Tottenham Hotspurs at home, they do like to play football, and Charlton, similar in certain ways to how Wimbledon used to be, like people that play football so they can get in amongst them and break the game up, and that's exactly what Charlton are doing at the moment.
Lovely play by Canute. Chris Perry headed it clear. Sublime pass by Mendes. Davis. Mendes looks for Keane this time. Chris Perry takes the ball away from his former teammate. Pamero. Quite the cross that he was intending, and could be even worse if Johansson can get it forward. Bartlett was unlucky that his back heel didn't find Holland, who made a lung-busting run to push forward and join the attack from midfield. Just to stifle in the midfield and stop the latest Tottenham attack. It's not one of his own for Charlton, which Johansson chased the long ball forward.
Yeah, you can see Charlton's game plan is just to break it up, and as soon as they get it, counter-attack with pace and put people like King under pressure, facing towards their own goal.
Luke Young with a long throw. Tottenham making a meal of getting it clear. Čević eventually taking responsibility. Ryderson seemed to be climbing over Defoe. Defoe gets there eventually. Mendes. Redknapp. Murphy. The Charlton game plan has been very transparent, but knowing what they're going to do and being able to stop it, two completely different things. Al-Khakouri on a different wavelength to his goalkeeper, who seemed to have given him the shout.
Yeah, Dean Carley not too happy there with his defender, can just take the pressure off, and it's just give the incentive again to Spurs.
Neighbour.
That's what they do so well. They get their players behind the ball, double up on people, get nice and solid. Now they've got something to hang on to, and they just try and maybe nick a goal on a counter-attack.
Able to take the ball into his stride.
At least with Defoe, you know he's going to try and get in behind people, put people under pressure. I think for players, they can use it as an excuse, particularly the Spurs players, about a manager leaving. The club's pretty much set with the Frank Arneson and Chris Hughton that are still here, and you've got to go out now and prove yourself and get on with the game. And I think the Tottenham players owe it to the fans this afternoon to put on a good performance, particularly after a disappointing performance last week against Fulham. But Charlton are doing well, they're putting them under pressure. They've got their goal now, and they're going to be hard to beat.
Canute winning the flick on this time, ahead of Luke Young. Čević's throw, missing its target. Charlton able to push Tottenham back again. Pamero, Mendes. Oh, this time by Simon Davis. No doubt that Tottenham have been rattled by that concession.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you would have thought they would have come out the blocks flying, but Charlton have been allowed to get into the game, play their football, be nice and solid. Sean Bartlett scoring a goal on 17 minutes, and they've been cruising since then, to be honest with you. They've not really been under too much pressure. Everything's been played in front of them, and they've looked very solid.
to do in recent weeks is come from behind. Tottenham having only scored the 3 goals so far in 5 home games. Recent defeats to Portsmouth, Bolton and Fulham. So they weigh quite heavily. The side seem to be bereft of confidence. King stops Bartlett getting in. Charlton have their first corner of the game.
Yeah, they've done well, Charlton, since the goal. Been solid. Put the Spurs defenders under a bit of pressure. It's another opportunity, and this is what Charlton work on as well, set pieces.
Danny Murphy will take this one. Corey amongst the players forward. It's Ledley King that got it clear away from Sean Bartlett. Expense of a throw. Ryderson will try and launch this one back into that crowded penalty area. Hamero this time with his head to it. Away by Simon Davis, but not very far. Corey happy to lay the ball some 50-60 yards back to his goalkeeper. Murphy. Ryderson.
I think in the game where Charlton in midfield have looked so strong with Murphy, Kishishev and Holland, people like Mendes and Redknapp have found it hard to get close to them. They've picked up all the second balls to Charlton midfield players. They've been able to break things up and then put Charlton on their counter-attack as well.
Jerome Thomas. Naybed backing off. Johnny Redknapp. 4-4 Naybed again. Certainly looks much more comfortable in a physical encounter, Noureddin Naybed, than he does playing against blistering pace. Tottenham winning the free kick for the handball by Thomas. Pass out of play. Alan Kirbishley made his way down from the director's box to the touchline. 13 years in charge. He's now the 3rd longest serving manager in England. In fact, those Spurs fans have seen 8 managers come and go during the time that Kirbishley has held the top job at Charlton. Kishishev. Get the impression that but for a little bit more accuracy inside the final third for Charlton, this could be even worse for Spurs.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they've looked the team that's going to go on and maybe get a second goal for them, and it's not going to be Spurs who's going to get the equaliser. The way Tottenham play as well, you have to have confidence. You want the ball, you want to have pride to get hold of the ball and play. And be strong characters, and at the moment there's too many players going missing, too many players that are a bit worried about the crowd, but they're being fantastic. They're trying to motivate their team, get them back to winning ways.
Bobby Keane for Spurs. That's a better ball. Ledley King's header just past the post.
Yeah, it's a quick free kick. King gets on it again before the Charlton defence can get settled. King makes a burst into the box and just tries to guide it into that left-hand corner. At least that lifts the crowd.
Scored in Tottenham's win at Charlton last year, which was a 4-2 victory. perhaps the only London derby that Spurs have won in their last 17. Stretching back 3 years or more. A lousy record against Chelsea, who they haven't beaten in the league for nearly 15 years now. The record against Arsenal hasn't been good in recent times either.
I was just going to say as well, it doesn't get any easier. They've got Arsenal, their local rivals, next week, which is a massive game, whatever the circumstances are. But this is important now. They've got to get back to winning ways.
Redknapp. Davis. Tottenham pass is going astray.
I think that's why Alan Kirby has come down. I think he's looking at his Charlton team, and like you said, a little bit more quality, a little bit more accuracy with the pass in the final third, and the game could be dead and buried before half-time. I think he's more annoyed with the quality of his pass, not to get sloppy, concentrate, and just have a bit of quality on that final pass.
Kick. Vučićević. Robbie Keane. Mendes, a nice touch back to him. And every time the Tottenham players has possession in that kind of area, he's quickly surrounded by 3 red shirts, snapping the life out of every Tottenham attack.
He'll have great delight at the moment. Luke Young obviously coming back to his former ground, not really being tested at all at the back. But here they go again, Charlton just knocking the ball back comfortably, just taking the fizz out of the game.
Bartlett's lay back. Look for Thomas. This Charlton formation of one central striker with 2 playing just behind has been very effective so far. Camero and Simon Davis. Canute taking on Heriderson. Defoe has kept the ball alive for Tottenham. It's well cleared by El Kakori. Redknapp to Mendes, and the flag has stayed down. Canute! Well, in the context of this game, that was more than a half chance for Tottenham to get back into it.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. Mendes just helps it back. Charlton coming out for an offside. Canute does well with the technique, but unfortunate not to get it on target. Ball's bouncing around in the box. He gets on it on the volley, but just goes for more power rather than accuracy. But as I said before, he's desperate for a goal, and it would have been an ideal opportunity just 5 minutes before the end of the first half.
Martin Jol with plenty to consider as he contemplates his first half-time team talk in charge of Spurs. Temporary charge at the moment, of course. Young. Johansson. Luke Young. Great play! What a goal! Sean Bartlett strikes again for Charlton at the end of a wonderful move. And Spurs, who've been ripped apart consistently inside their own final third in the last 20 minutes of this game, are hit again.
It was a fantastic cross there. That's why he gets the goal. It's a fantastic ball in there, and Bartlett just tucks it away into the corner. Luke Young plays a nice 1-2 on the right-hand side. He just has to guide that header, Sean Bartlett, for his second goal after 41 minutes. It was all about the cross, though. It was a fantastic cross, and now obviously Sean Bartlett is on a hat-trick. But it was all about the build-up, really. It was all on this right-hand side, patient build-up, good 1-2, and Spurs at 6s and 7s at the back.
Since Eric Edmond has been injured for Spurs, all but 2 of the goals they've conceded in the Premiership have come through the Tottenham left-back position. That one did as well. Lovely play by Luke Young, great understanding between him and Kishishev. Now Spurs will try and get themselves back into it. Defoe brought down, foul by El Kakori, and this might be the chance for them to halve the deficit almost immediately.
Yeah, I don't know what the defender's arguing about. It's a bad tackle. Defoe just sucks him in, sees him coming, just takes a little touch past him. No qualms there, free kick. This just could be the lifeline that Spurs need. They've been poor for the first 42 minutes. They've got enough people here who've got quality to get a shot on target, and they desperately need this just before half-time.
Clean sheets have been a rare commodity for Dean Kiley and for Charlton. Haven't kept one on the road yet this season. Freddie Canute and Jermaine Defoe, the 2 players who are sizing this up. And it looks as though it's going to be Jermaine Defoe to strike it. Well, that's a good block. Chris Perry threw himself in. King. For Canute, headed away by Perry, and the referee has seen an infringement inside the penalty area by Canute as he jumped. It's a free kick to Charlton, who are in complete control, leading 2-0 before half-time.
Yeah, as we see from here, it's a superb cross. It's saying to the striker, just put that in the bottom corner, and Bartlett doesn't let them down, just tucks it away, and he'll be delighted with his first 43 minutes. 2 goals away from home, and as we've said, Charlton in total control at White Hart Lane.
Difficult question, Warren, but do you think this would have happened if Tottenham hadn't lost their manager yesterday?
I think the players can use this as an excuse, but after watching them at Fulham last week, yes, they was very poor. You'd expect at home they'd come out fighting regardless of who's in charge, but players might use it as an excuse. But looking on the performance of Fulham, I would have said they're going for Charlton. This looks like the Charlton of old. They haven't played particularly well this season, but Alan Kirbysley will be delighted the way they've hustled, got in amongst people, and with the quality that they've got, being able to score 2 goals away from home.
Young. By Nabet. Now Keane. Wins the throw off Jerome Thomas.
I think also as well what some of the Tottenham players have got to realise that this is a London derby, and as we've said, their record is poor in London. They're at home, they've lost their manager, they've got to start performing, and it's about people who've got character, strong people that want to take a chance, want the ball when they're under pressure.
Defoe. Turn from Simon Davis. Just Perry in the right place. I've just been reminded of walking out of Charlton as a youngster by the Charlton fans behind that goal. Here he is again, challenged by Kishishev. Bartlett offside.
Yeah, Sean Bartlett just trying to get behind now, but they'll be delighted with their first half performance.
Here's Robbie Keane. Seemed to be a pull of the shirt there. He got the ball across, but his shirt was clearly being dragged back.
He's very, very fortunate there, Robbie Keane. Referee was on the wrong side of it there, didn't actually get any help from his assistant there, but Charlton are fortunate there not to give away and actually a needless penalty.
Davis. Canute. Dean Carley can make a comfortable claim. He's going to win everything in the air against Jermaine Defoe.
There's a comfortable catch there for Dean Carley. Defoe's only been a real striker that looks like putting the Charlton defence under any pressure this afternoon.
Spurs with the majority of possession, only just, but certainly Charlton have used it much more effectively. Play much more on the counter-attack than their hosts, and it is a game plan that has worked a treat for them. Just a solitary minute of stoppage time to be added on at the end of this first half. Half-time can't come soon enough for Tottenham.
You're absolutely correct, you're right. I think it'll be Spurs players that want to get in there and get themselves sorted out. It'll be a very important half-time team talk.
Now Luke Young makes his way forward. Paul Robinson comes out. It's ironic, isn't it? Spurs started the season, they just didn't concede goals. Didn't score many. Rather than start scoring more, they found that the goals haven't improved. The defence has got worse. Games that they were winning, tight encounters, they're now losing.
The thing is, in the Premiership as well, it's so easy to go 3 or 4 games without winning a game.
Tottenham booed off at half-time in Martin Jol's first game in charge. Sean Bartlett has twice been the executioner in 45 minutes, which has seen Charlton double their tally of goals away from home in the Premiership this season, and Tottenham's troubled week is having a very, very bad end. Half-time, Tottenham 0, Charlton 2.
So 2-0 to Charlton at White Hart Lane, but the match is by no means over. The second half of our game of the day is coming right up. And after that, at 10:15, it's time for Match Choice, when you choose which game you want to watch from the 7 played today. That's when we go interactive, and that's when you need to press the red button on your remote control to make your selection. But right now, let's get back to Tottenham against Charlton with Warren Barton and Jim Proudfoot.
2-0 to the visitors as the second half starts. Tottenham's poor record against Charlton here at White Hart Lane looking set to continue, unless they can produce a remarkable comeback in the second half. Warren.
Yeah, I think for Spurs, particularly the next 15 minutes is crucial for this game. The tempo's got to be better, the passion's got to be higher, and they've really got to get themselves back into this game, because as you said, Charlton have been very, very confident, very solid, and have now got 2 goals to hang on to.
Riders launching another long throw inside the penalty area. Here's Matty Holland. Just had a little bit of space in front of him, which he worked well. Couldn't get enough power or direction in the shot. Another early warning for Spurs.
Yeah, that's right. He just makes his team tick over. As I said at the beginning of the season, he was injured. He's come in and he's shown his international class and a captain's role this afternoon.
Here's Ziegler, his first touch after coming on. Ends up in the Paxton Road end.
Yeah, it's a big afternoon for the young man. He's had a disappointing game against Fulham, but at least he gives him that natural width on the left-hand side to try and get some crosses in for Defoe and Canute up front, with Keane just sitting in the hole as well, just behind the 2 strikers.
It's a much more regimented 4-3-1-2 formation that Spurs are adopting at the beginning of this second half. Here is Ziegler. Well crowded out of possession by Danny Murphy. At one stage looked as though he was going to be making the move from Liverpool to White Hart Lane. Ended up across London at Charlton. He's been one of the vital cogs in this Charlton side so far today. Easily their best performance away from home this season.
Should have more of a right back, but been asked to play in midfield and done a very sterling job this afternoon. As most of the Charlton players have done. Spurs have really got to lift the tempo of the game, get some passion, get some buzz around White Hart Lane, because at the moment it's playing into Charlton's hands.
Tottenham players appearing to be a little bit reluctant to push forward for this set piece, but Cevic, King and Naybet all take up station around the edge of the penalty area now as Keane swings it in. It's Ledley King that met it, but it was no problem at all for Dean Kiley. Murphy. Holland. Able to string the passes together with ease. So Ryderson trying to get around the back of Pamero. Holland. Spurs just struggling to get a touch of the ball at the moment. Jerome Thomas. He's come back for Thomas. Oh, and it's crept in. Robinson wrong-footed. It was Ledley King that got the touch, and Charlton 3-0 up. Less than 5 minutes into the second half.
It's so easy. Thomas does a step over. They get fortunate there, and this is the second time they get fortunate in the move. It just comes off of King's Hill, but it's so easy for the Charlton attack just to go through the defence. Takes a wicked deflection to take out the way, otherwise it would have been comfortable for Robinson. Comes off King's Hill, but to be honest with you, it was so easy there for Spurs, and now it's just about pride now.
Jerome Thomas scoring his first ever Premiership goal. The only 3 goals that he'd ever scored in his career prior to today. The loan spell at QPR a couple of years ago. Charlton 3-0 up away from home, having only scored twice away from home all season in the Premiership before today. And they've scored as many goals in the opening 50 minutes here at White Hart Lane as Spurs have all season on this ground.
And it could get worse as well. It's been so easy for Charlton this afternoon. And as your manager, you come out and you want your team second half to go and get the first goal. The next goal was always going to be important, and Charlton are now rumping home 3-0 ahead.
What nil for Christian and Martin Jol. Here's Danny Murphy. Pamero, she slipped it away from Sean Bartlett, who's on a hat-trick, of course. Ziegler made the run for the return ball. Defoe couldn't oblige, and Redknapp can't find Keane. And the Tottenham fans beginning to air their displeasure towards the men in white. Ryderson. Often a change of managers, whatever the circumstances, will bring such a positive reaction to a set of players, and it has been the complete reverse for Spurs. Here's Ryderson inside the penalty area, goes to ground, and the Pamero's challenged, and the referee completely disinterested about awarding a penalty. They'll give a free kick now for the foul by Johansson on Naybet.
Yeah, a bit fortunate there, to be honest with you. It's coming in now. This is the free kick, just takes the pressure off of the Tottenham defence, but they are all over the place at the back. Pamero, don't know whether he's coming or going at the moment. They're getting a lot of joy down the left-hand side. Danny Murphy just having a quiet word. asking about the penalty decision. But Tottenham have really got to get themselves together, because it could end up being more embarrassing than it already is at the moment.
Defoe and Keane appear to leave it for each other, really. Here's Ziegler, Robbie Keane. He's done well to fashion the angle, but Dean Kiley makes the save to arguably Spurs' most clear-cut opportunity of the afternoon.
Yeah, at least that's better. They've got people in the box there, got the width. It's a good ball in. Robbie Keane does what he does best, gets it onto his right foot. But a good save, comfortable save in the end for Kiley.
Bunchachevich, Canute trying to get round the back of Chris Perry. Ziegler, he's given it away to Danny Murphy. Foul by Mendes, gives Charlton a free kick.
But as we said, it's been so difficult for the Spurs midfield to get on top of people and close them down, and here's another opportunity as well.
Sean Bartlett hasn't actually been in good goal scoring form before today. The 2 goals that he scored in the first half were his first 2 of the season. And he would be the first player to score a hat-trick in this fixture for nearly 30 years if we were to add to his tally of 2 from the first half. Mike Flanagan of Charlton, the last player to get a hat-trick in a Tottenham-Charlton match. And Canute, so close. Would have been his first goal for 11 months in the Premiership, at a vital time for Spurs, which that might give them hope.
Yeah, that was better there by Canute. Not had the best of luck recently, but it's a fantastic strike. That's what he's all about. That's what the Spurs fans want to see. Willing to take the chance, have the shot, and just a whisker of the post that doesn't get his team back into the game.
He's gone 28 Premiership games without a goal now, Freddie Canute, since he was in that rich vein of goal scoring form before he went to the African Cup of Nations to represent Mali. Here's Ledley King. Young. Bartlett's offside. You've only scored 6 goals in 11 Premiership matches, facing a 3-0 deficit. Must seem like the most impossible of tasks. There have been some extraordinary games here at White Hart Lane, though, over the last 12 months or so. 4-4 draw here between Tottenham and Portsmouth. Scoring games against Manchester City, where of course they lost by 4 goals to 3. They had a unbelievable match with Leicester as well. This would be some comeback. Hammer did Robertson no favours there, but the Yorkshireman very calm to deal with it. Difficult circumstances for an inexperienced 18-year-old to be thrown in.
Yeah, he's been thrown in the deep end, obviously, but it's about character now. It's about pride and showing the fans what you're all about.
Do it, kid, do it!
Luke Young. Challenged by Bunchachevich. Charlton had a torrid October there. Last Premiership win under Blackburn in late September. One of their last 7 Premiership matches have ended in victory. Away from home, they've been consistently poor as well, losing all but 3 of their last 12 matches on the road. Ziegler looks for Canute again.
Yeah, good defending there by Perry, just got his body there, just easing out Canute. But Thomas has looked bright from the first minute, and he enjoyed obviously just working at the road here. Gets a bit fortunate there, and then this is the second time as well. And that is a real killer go for Spurs. It just comes off the back of King there. It's unfortunate, but Thomas used to learn his trade up the road at Arsenal.
And Frank Arneson are going to leave it before they make another change. They desperately need a little bit more bite and invention in the midfield, and to that end Michael Carrick is seemingly getting ready for action. Carrick, whose Spurs career is yet to really get going. I wonder whether the change of regime will aid his cause. Here's Johansson. King and Jamie Redknapp. El Kikori's header, which Young will just try and keep him. Gone towards Danny Murphy. And an offside flag up against Defoe. Canute was the player that touched it, and it is Carrick who's going to come on, and Jamie Redknapp is the man that he will replace. Carrick signed for some £3.5 million from West Ham, but only 3 substitute appearances so far for Spurs. And Carrick will get half an hour to exert his influence and orchestrate a comeback.
Yeah, that's right, and that's one of the players that's been mentioned why Santini wasn't here any longer. Paid a lot of money for a talented young man, but not really been given too many opportunities.
Mendes. What Spurs have been lacking in the game so far. Defoe. Almost an instant transformation after the arrival of Michael Carrick.
Yeah, at least there was a bit of pace, a bit of zest about the build-up. Carrick does well to get away from 2 defenders, goes for the 1-2. Defoe uses him very well, gets there and just unfortunately just lifts his shot just over the crossbar. But at least it's positive, there's power in there, there's good running strength. Goes for the 1-2, Defoe decides to keep hold of it, use the run if you like. Unfortunate not to get it on target. But at least there was a bit of energy about Carrick there.
Two former West Ham men, teammates at Upton Park. With a good understanding. Thomas getting involved. Noureddin Naybet's the Spurs player that picked up the injury. Moroccan back on his feet.
Yeah, he's had a difficult afternoon. He's not been really able to handle the power of Bartlett. Thomas on the left. And there's another fellow Moroccan international.
El Kikori, much happier with his side's performance than his countrymen. At least Tottenham in the last 5-6 minutes or so have shown that they could launch a fight back. Defoe coming close moments ago, Canute hitting the post. There's always the danger at the other end. Thomas was unlucky that his footing let him down rather than anything else. Canute. Tottenham have a corner, and it's only their second of the game.
Yeah, Chris Perry doing very well there against Canute. But Leeds, there's a lot more energy about the place. People are trying to get forward. Opportunity now. Spurs to put a corner in.
It's Ziegler that takes it. Plenty of air underneath it as it's fired towards the shortest man on the Spurs side, and Defoe can't get the required touch, and it was a waste as far as Tottenham were concerned.
Yeah, that was poor play there. But at least now you see that the Spurs have got the bit between their teeth. They've just got pride now. They're at home, they're losing 3-0 against Charlton in a London derby. They've got to put themselves now on the line and to show everybody in the ground why they should be playing for Tottenham Hotspurs.
Here's Thomas. Well, give Ledley King the benefit of the doubt and say that he intentionally ducked underneath Thomas's cross. Good communication between King and his goalkeeper.
Yeah, Thomas has done well on this left-hand side, always looking to come onto his right. And good defending. As a fellow defender, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Defoe. Turning away from El Kikori. So well, Jermaine Defoe. There's Perry there to head clear. He will be relishing this. Former Tottenham man. Carrick. Again, the delivery from Spurs lacking in the required quality. And that's where, when they have got the ball forward, they have struggled this afternoon. There's no real incisiveness inside the final third. What Alan Sugar makes of it all back at White Hart Lane today.
I bet you'd be delighted that he's not the chairman. He's probably just coming here to enjoy the game. He'd be disappointed, a big Spurs fan at heart. And Chris Hughton and the staff will be doing all they possibly can to get this fantastic club back on the winning ways, because it's been very disappointing the first 64 minutes.
Mendes. Carrick. Keane. Perry there to clear the danger again, and Nabet couldn't make it stick for a moment. Neither can Pamero. Rescued his poor first touch with a decent second. Play by Carrick. Bunčićević pushing forward now. That's taken a deflection. Highly at pains to make it obvious that he hadn't carried the ball over the line.
Yeah, Dean Carlilo not really been tested this afternoon. There's been one or two glimpses. Canute's shot that hit the post. Defoe's lifted his shot just over the crossbar. But really it's been quite comfortable for the Charlton goalkeeper.
Mendes. Canute trying to supply him with a return ball. Mendes running into Heriderson.
Yeah, he's just gone to play the 1-2 there with Canute and Heriderson, just catching him there. Referee spotted, just playing it round the corner. Purely accidental. Heriderson's right elbow just gets one in the mouth, and when you're 3-0 down at home, it hurts that little bit more.
Michael Carrick stands over the free kick. Dean Carley comes to meet it and hasn't got it cleanly. Still he's down. Appeals for handball, and it's a penalty to Tottenham. Well, Charlton 3-0 up, but they're a man down as well. As soon as the referee decided it was handball, it was obvious one. was going to happen next, and Sean Bartlett, the 2-goal hero, is sent off. Ziegler's shot. And Bartlett, acting as emergency goalkeeper on the line, took matters literally into his own hands. Is that the catalyst for a Tottenham fight back? Robbie Keane must score this against Dean Kiley. And Tottenham will have the last quarter of the game if he can put this away against 10 men. Keane beats his Irish teammate. Dean Kiley went the right way but couldn't keep it out. The Dubliner gives Tottenham a lifeline.
Yeah, good penalty. Confident, just puts it into the bottom left-hand corner. Now we've got a game in our hands. Charlton down to 10 men. Calmly puts his penalty away. Robbie Keane just tucks it away into the corner. Pressure on his shoulders there. And that's the lifeline that Tottenham Hotspurs might need this afternoon.
Only a third of the season for Robbie Keane. It takes him that little bit closer to 100 goals in his career, just 3 short now. First goal in the aftermath of Jacques Santini's resignation. Can Tottenham build on it?
The crowd has been lifted by that. They believe that they can get back into the game. Do the players.
Played by Kishishev. With it being Sean Bartlett, the most advanced of the Charlton players who was sent off, there's been no need to shuffle things around in terms of personnel, really. Johansson will now play as the lone striker, but they've kept it at a 4-4-1 formation. So the header on almost snuck through towards Defoe.
Yeah, Charlton have just gone a bit more solid now, 4-4-1. Just puts Kishishev onto the right-hand side, Matt Holland and Murphy in the middle. As a Charlton player, you've still got to realise you've got 2 goals in front, 20 minutes remaining.
Carrick, nice pass. Ziegler. Shot led to the penalty. Carrick again with a good ball forward. Such a difference since he's come on, Michael Carrick. Canute to Mendes. He shot from Robbie Keane, snatched somewhat, but at least Tottenham are forcing a succession of chances now.
Yeah, that's right, and as you said, it's coming from Carrick, playing it around. It's a chance for Keane. Lifted his shot over the crossbar, but at least he's in and amongst it now. First half he was isolated on the left-hand side, but Dean Kiley makes a mess here, really, and then it's a scramble. And I think it's Leslie King that just has a first shot, it breaks here, and Sean Bartlett makes a wonderful save with his left hand, but the referee had no option just to send him off, and we'll see how costly that it's going to pan out at the end of the game.
Pamero, now Canute, Ziegler, Keane, good first touch. Played by Carrick again. King out to Ziegler. It's a different Tottenham now. A little element of self-belief has come back into their game.
I think it's been when Carrick has come on, he's given a bit of energy, bit of pace about it, about the game. He's been willing to get onto the ball, and as you can see, the home fans now believe that their team can get back into this game. But I think from the manager's point of view, they'll be wondering why didn't they start the game like this? Why didn't they take the initiative to to Charlton, put them under pressure like they're doing at this moment now.
Mendes. Carrick. Bunjicevic. Keane. Defoe. And Hotspur gets it away for Charlton. And Jerome Thomas takes on Pamero. The bounce of the ball was awkward. And Pamero, his free kick go against him. Thomas has caused problems for Tottenham all afternoon.
Yeah, he's caused problems with his pace. He's been direct. He's really enjoyed his afternoon. Charlton will be quite pleased just to take the pressure off, because for the last 7-8 minutes they've been under pressure. There's just a chance now just to keep the ball.
Thomas renews his battle with Pamero. Got the better of it again, although he couldn't find a red shirt inside the penalty area. Bunjicevic with time to defend very coolly. It's Keane. Naybet's made his way forward now. Ryerson should get to misplaced pass before Mendes. That's why Tottenham have been short of confidence. The fact that Charlton have done so poorly on the road. Spurs would have get one more back now. We see signs of Charlton buckling. They've conceded a corner there after a little bit of pinball involving Hotspur and Perry.
He's been excellent this afternoon, Chris Perry. They call him the rash, and he's been superb in the heart of the Charlton defence.
Ziegler with the corner. And it will be followed by another one, which Robbie Keane sprints forward to take. All 10 of the Charlton players back. Desperately trying to keep this 2-goal lead intact. Naybet frames the deflection off Holland, and his header going just over the bar.
Yeah, it's a good ball in there. It's half a chance. He gets in front of Holland, but I think Matt Holland just does enough just to put him off. There we go again. He just lifts it over the crossbar rather than directing it down.
Yet to score for Tottenham, and he only managed 2 goals in his last 2 seasons in Spain with Deportivo Nuruddin Naybet, but he shows a good willingness to push forward and try and capitalise on situations like that.
I think Alan Kirby's just been slightly anxious that his team look like they're sitting back now rather than playing the football that they was doing in the opening period of the second half.
Dean Carney comes out and takes control of that one. Possession with Tottenham now. 15 minutes for them to claw themselves back into the game. Keane. Canute. Carrick. Naybet did well to keep it in. Pamero. The boot was raised from Thomas. Pamero's reaction wasn't very clever either. It's going to be a yellow card for the Charlton player, just for raising the foot towards Pamero's head. Ball 4 from Robinson. Spurs with everybody forward. Mendes had to hit it quickly because he was closed down so effectively by Jerome Thomas.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity there. Mendes, we know how well of a passer of the ball he is. It's an opportunity to get just a shot on target. Lifts his shot over the crossbar. But Charlton have been quite content just to sit back, invite pressure on, and sometimes that can be a dangerous game.
Very deep by Robinson again. It's a good flick on for Keane. That is an absolutely essential block from Perry. Carrick. Bunjicevic. Ziegler. Now Navek goes to ground. Back in from Mendes. And the header just kept out. It was Canute with the attempt.
Yeah, Dean Carley will be grateful just to get the ball into his hands. Good pressure again there by Spurs. And as you said, it was a fantastic block by Chris Perry. He's had a superb afternoon.
Camera getting the better of Johansson. Keane. Canute. Given away by Holland. Will Robbie Keane be able to make it pay? Defoe on the turn. That's another one back. Just maybe the fight back is on for Spurs. Mistake by Matt Holland. Keane feeding Defoe. And maybe, just maybe, Martin Jol is going to be able to work the miracle. It's 2-3.
Yeah, there's a mistake there by Matt Holland. Robbie Keane does ever so well, but what a superb finish by Defoe. 3-0 down, they look dead and buried, but this goal now from Defoe to get it to 3-2. With 11 minutes remaining. There's Matt Holland here, just careless with his pass. Robbie Keane gets there, nice and composed, rolls in his strike partner, and then with an unstoppable right foot shot, Defoe smashes it in the back of the net.
Main Defoe, who was an apprentice at Charlton, walked out on them to join West Ham. That's his first goal in 8 Premiership matches.
But Defoe's looked lively all afternoon. Deserves his goal. Nice to see him back on the winning pace of scoring goals. And can he make his team now at least get a draw?
Canute. Spurs. No discernible signs of panic on the Charlton bench, not outwardly, and I'm sure there's plenty of inward panic. They're going to make their first change, and Jonathan Johansson is coming off, and Jason Ewell is going to come on, player that was left out of the starting lineup for today's game. Come on for the final 10 minutes just to try and add a bit more physical presence in that midfield.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think Jason will be upset that he didn't start the game. Jason Neal, my old teammate at Wimbledon, want to prove a point. But what a situation to come on to. 10 minutes to go. Team are winning 3-2 and they're down to 10 men.
Robinson's free kick. Headed by Canute. Keane with the volley. It was an awkward bounce for Dean Carley and did well just to get his body behind it and gather at the second attempt.
Yeah, good effort by Robbie Keane. It's all Spurs pressure now. Charlton just can't get hold of the ball, relieve some of this pressure. It's been relentless now for the last 12 minutes.
Ziegler. Defoe. Ball, the referee's assistant was the one that gave it. Well, it changes a few thoughts about the quality and legitimacy of the decision. It's a Charlton free kick. Nothing else, it has been a fantastic response from Tottenham.
Yeah, that's right. They've showed plenty of commitment and effort, and really since Michael Carrick come on has changed the game. Been confident enough to get hold of the ball, plenty of energy in that midfield area, and it's really lifted the home team. I think possibly for Alan Curvisley, he would have thought, well, if the shot goes in and Sean Bartlett doesn't handball it, 3-1 with 11 men against 11, you still fancy your chances. That was a real turning point.
Young's cross drifts behind Robinson's goal. With the real urgency. See what it means to these Spurs players. Canute, away by Holland. Now Jason Ewell. And Thomas making a good run forward to his left. He's got out of play for a throw. He has wasted a few valuable seconds though. Might only be 21 years of age, Jerome Thomas, but knows a thing or two. Some introduction to taking charge for the first time for Martin Jol. The flag is down. It's Jol with a chance to win it for the 10 men. It's going to go wide.
Yeah, Jason Ewell there getting on there, riding his luck because he looked a yard offside. Linesman kept it down and he had the chance there to kill the game off. So the ball's played in, he looks offside. But the official does it. It's a decent touch here, and he's just got to bend it into the corner. And unfortunately for Charlton, it just trickles wide of the right-hand post.
How significant is that going to be? Well, Charlton are going to make a change, and Jerome Thomas is the player that is coming off. And he's going to be replaced by Paul Konchesky, former England international, who had a loan spell here at Tottenham at the beginning of last season. Chesky back on against his former club. Very tough tackling defensive midfielder. Nice touch off Holland. It's undoubtedly going to be a very difficult last 6 minutes for Charlton to try and withstand. Kishishev gets it away. Keane. Camero. Done by Ziegler, away by El Kakori. Ziegler! The chances are coming with increasing regularity.
Yeah, there's a little bit of panic in the defence now. They're getting the breaks. It's a decent effort on target. Dean Carley was furious with his defenders there.
Ziegler on Kishishev. Kishishev just being spoken to. See if he's going to be fit enough to continue. Charlton have got one more substitution available. Whose introduction has made all the difference for Spurs. Naybet, Keane tries to get forward after Canute's touch. Mendes for Tottenham. Flighted in towards Naybet. Perry with an important block, and the shot goes over the bar from Carrick.
Yeah, it's an opportunity. It would have been a dream goal for Michael Carrick, who's come on and really changed this game. Again, it's more pressure for Spurs. And we're really now going into the last 4 minutes of the game.
I wonder whether he believes that his side can do it. Jason Yule. Tottenham able to break. Konchescu made his way forward to after that last Charlton attack, out of position. As Canute plays it forward. Cleared by Murphy. Keane. Lovely ball in. Just behind Ziegler. Nayback. Blocked by Chris Perry. Perhaps a little bit too eager to go to ground. El Kikori indicating that he thought there should be a yellow card shown for a dive by Nayback. Mendes plays it inside the area. Still, they haven't got it clear. Canute couldn't get the touch. Carrick shot blocked by Murphy. All hands to the pump for Charlton. Really hanging on precariously now.
Referees had to make big decisions this afternoon. There he felt like it wasn't a penalty as the ball gets played in. The ball's just hanging up there. He takes a touch and Chris Perry just leans into him.
One last change for Charlton, and John Fortune, centre-half, is going to come on to replace Danny Murphy. More solidity behind the ball called for.
I think you look at the two last substitutions by Charlton, they're looking now just to kill the game off, and you would expect that. The way Spurs have rallied since they went 3-0 down, there's been a great response. Charlton now just looking to see the last few minutes of this game out.
Vučićević. Canute found himself a yard of space. That will be a corner if it's not kept in. Ryderson, I'm sure it was only a throw. Into the last minute, Mendes. Put on by Canute. Perry missed his kick. His clearance only for Mendes. Carrick, 4 to Aymat, and the header again, misses the target. This time it was Ledley King who was fought from the back.
He's had 3 opportunities this afternoon, and could it be his ricochet that will be the deciding goal? Just coming off his heel to give Charlton that 3-0 lead, but the response from Spurs has been fantastic since then. But will it be too little too late?
3 minutes of time to be added on. It's what separates Charlton from their first away win. Is it going to be a 4th consecutive defeat in the league for Tottenham, or will they be able to pull it round? Canute with a flick header, just wide, and he just eluded Defoe as well. That was close. Inquest going on from the Charlton midfield.
Yeah, it's a ball in the box, and Canute's caused them all sorts of problems. Defoe just gambling as he has done, and he is just inches away from getting a dramatic equaliser. I think the Charlton players are protesting from where Paul Robinson took the kick from, really, and Luke Young has overstepped the mark and finds his name in the book.
Yellow card for dissent for Luke Young.
But as a neutral, you don't want this game to end. It's been a fantastic second half. Good football, passion, everything you would expect from the Barclays Premier League.
Keane. Vučićević. Defoe. Turned by Defoe. Really good block by Fortune. Kushev's kept it in, and then Young and Defoe getting involved off the ball. Only now does the referee stop play, and he's got some sorting out to do. Luke Young, having just picked up a caution, getting involved again with Defoe. The referee's got to decide who was the prime mover in that particular spat. What action he's going to take. I don't think he had the best view of it all. Certainly he let play go on a long time after the confrontation initially happened.
Yeah, there's a few heated words there. Defoe weren't too happy with the way Luke Young was telling that he dived. They've just added to everything that's gone on to this second half.
Net result, all of that is a Charlton free kick, and was that Tottenham's last chance to get the ball forward and grab an equaliser. Just happy to get the ball as far into the stand as he can.
But I think for Charlton this will be an absolutely fantastic result for them. Desperate to get back into winning ways, and this has looked like the Charlton of old.
Lovely weight on the pass from Carrick. Here's Canute. Chesky and Perry, two former Spurs players with it. In from Mendes. Down for Defoe! That was the chance. It's taken a deflection, and it's a Tottenham corner right at the death.
Yeah, great play again. Nedved, fantastic touch. Defoe just getting a shot that just touched a deflection from a defender.
Vital block by El Kakori. Can they block this as well, as it swung in very deep? And the referee saw some push and shove, possibly even from Robinson, as he pushed all the way forward. He scored a goal in his career before Paul Robinson. Not today. The post-Jacques Santini era at White Hart Lane starts with a home defeat. Alan Kirbishley's Charlton winning by the odd goal in 5, an absolute thriller. Sean Bartlett's dismissal when Charlton were 3-0 up completely turned the game, but Charlton hung on for their first away win of the season. It's a 4th consecutive defeat for Tottenham as the two clubs leapfrog over each other in the Premiership. Still the inquests go on. Wonderful game. It's finished Tottenham Hotspur 2, Charlton Athletic 3.
Not the result Martin Jol was looking for, but at least some encouragement from Tottenham's second half fight back. I'll be discussing that game and the rest of the day's events with John Scales a little later, but after the break, it's time for you to take your